Hello, lads and girls, this is Lord Kicker and welcome back to another episode of PC Building Simulator. Okay, so it is shopping time. So let's see. Thanks for the upgrade, it's been ideal and a great help as I build towards a better future for all of humanity. I'm going to work with a 9850. I'll need a second control computer to run in parallel. Okay. So we need one that can get a kind of low score, and it can only be $1,000. She is a tough cookie. I wonder though. Let's sort you by price. And I'm gonna ignore all the Celeron and Pemphium. And preferably the i3s. And Ryzen 3s. Okay. So we do have the 6600K and the 1500X. And out of those, the 1500X is quite a bit better. I do have one of those on me though. And I also do have some 6600Ks. Well, I probably should check if no, none of the ones I have are broken. Yeah, I have no broken parts on me. That's actually awesome. Okay, so how about we go with the 1500X? I'm gonna put one of those in here just to make sure we get a good budget. Because I feel like that's a decent CPU for this score that we're looking for. Okay, and let's go with this one, because cost is everything right now. Graphics card, here we kind of need to go a little bigger. I don't know, let's set a budget for 200. Okay, so let's see if I go with something like this. And then we take a cheap SSD, a decent power supply, kind of a cheap case, And a somewhat okay cooler. Well, that should be everything we need to build a PC. And it does look like I have about 300 more to spend. We could spend 480 on a graphics card. So that would mean we can go kind of high end. Let's go with a 1060 Extreme. And then we have 70 bucks. So let's upgrade the CPU. So 260 on the CPU. Okay, for that we can get a 1600. Wait, did I calculate that wrong? Because now we have 60 bucks left. That would mean 320 on the CPU. So we could go with a 1600X. And a bit more RAM. Up to 12 gigs. I would say that is a good machine. Right, I totally forgot. I am supposed to write all this up as well. Let's remove all of these. Man, I got so focused on picking out parts that I feel are good that I totally forgot what I was doing. Giovanna. Okay, let's see. We got... let's just type it out like AB350. Gaming. Not AV, AB. Here we go. Sean. Titan. 4 gigabyte. 2133 megahertz. And we got 3 of those. And then we got a gigabyte SSD, 120 gigabyte EVGA, 450 E3. Let's just say PS14. Keep it kind of short. And then we got a M9A for AMD. And gigabyte 1060 6 gig. And a 1600X. Okay, looks good to me. Except Just don't understand it. Computer still slow. Grandson says you can check for virus or malware. Given trouble, I think you could do for free. Thank you, Gene. Okay, that's easy enough. We can scan it, no problem. New rig. You work with computers, alright? If I don't get a new computer soon, I'm going to scream. Apparently, I need to use something called Adobe Photoshop CC. I like it to be done by 11 days. Have you heard of Zotac? They're meant to be pretty good. Don't try to pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff. Thanks, Asuka. Okay, Photoshop recommended. Yeah, that doesn't require a whole lot. Okay. Radio active. Asuka. I wonder. I was kind of thinking if I should copy that or not. I kind of feel like we need to get a little bit of this though. I mean, we could still go with an EMD. But we go with an 1800X. We do have quite a big budget for this one. And we need an AM4 motherboard. And let's go with something like this. Okay, so first up we got a 1800X, then we got a AX 370 Gaming 5. Alright, and it supported some pretty good memory. I believe 3200 megahertz. So let's get some G-Scale. Rip JAWS. 16 gigabyte, 3200 megahertz. And 2 of those. Okay, oh, sorry. Didn't mean to hit the mic there. And I think you mentioned Zotac. Indeed you did. Let's go with something like a 1070. So, Zotac 1070 amp extreme. Storage, I would like to have a M.2. It doesn't need to be huge though. let's go with like this one, the 256 gig. So AD. I always do that. Don't know why. XPG. M.2. 256 gigabyte. I did add that, didn't I? Yeah. Just making sure. Because sometimes I forget. Well, let's get something like this. So Corsair. RM 850X. Okay, cool. Yeah. I always add them and then I forget about them. Okay, go with something like this. A little more badass looking. I kind of like this one though. The Shakira 500p. Let's go with that. MSI. MPG. Shakira 500p. And we still need a cooler for you. Okay, we can easily fit this into the budget. I think we can even fit this one in. Although I think this one... That's a 3 times 120. So let's go with that. NC XT X73. Let's make that a big X. So, cool. Okay, let's have a look at our last one. Can you fix this? Hey, my rig is broken. It just keeps freezing whenever I try to do anything. I need it before 3 days. My PC lives on the floor. I'm pretty sure it's full of dust. Have you heard of Intel? I meant to be pretty good. Kind regards, Chris Phillips. Young Phillips Butlers. Okay, so Young Z. Dust. E. Okay, so you mentioned Intel. You got an i7 6700. Okay, so let's see, what's the best Intel part we can get for 400 bucks? Wow, even if we were to get this, we're nowhere near. I'm starting to think there is more than... it's the hard drive as well. Oh yeah. Still. So that is 270. Which would mean we got 130 to spend on a hard drive. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so looks good to me. i7 7700. Okay. And Seagate 4 terabyte. Okay, awesome. Okay, that is accepted. Let's just purchase all this stuff. And we are done. So, I'm ending off this episode here. I do hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.